So, what do you think of the new pictures of me? You might think it's a kind of a vain thing to do, but I've been thinking for a long time about getting some proper author pictures done. So I got I guess a friend of mine really now. Damon Coulter is an English photojournalist and teacher, and he came out to Abuka earlier this month and took pictures of me looking very authorial and writerly, and you can see them. Well, I think I'll use one of them for the intro for this video. So that was exciting. The reason to do that is it's to improve my chances of selling some books, basically. Not that having an author pick makes a big difference, but how to explain it's a bit like they used to say when you buy a stereo in the old days, when you used to buy a stereo, your stereo components, they're only as good as the weakest link. If you've got crappy speakers, it doesn't matter how good your turntable is or CD player or whatever. I guess that analogy is a bit out of date now, but it's a bit the same with stuff with author bios. You need to have a decent website, you need to have a good picture. I mean, anything that has a whiff of amateurism about it will destroy the whole image. So there's lots of things that I'm quite amateurish, quite a whiff of amateurism about lots of what I do. But I'm working on cleaning up different parts, and one of the things I thought was get some decent pictures of myself that look authorial, that may come in handy at some point in the future. I mean, there's many other things I need to do, like finish the third Hannah Walker novel, that perhaps you could say are more pressing, but there's lots of things that have to be done to get the whole image right, and this is just one of those things. So I've improved that, and now to work on the next projects. It's been a busy month. We just got back from England. Took 11 kids from our school on a study tour of England, and that was really good, enjoyable. We made a bit of money, and I think it was really beneficial for the kids, but exhausting for me and the wife, or the boss, as she's as I call her. So what to report about that? Nothing much, except we're going to do it again next year probably, and it's going to be a sort of a regular thing for my school, Tower English. Already April is a busy month for anybody in the Eikaiwa English teaching business. You get a lot of new students sign up, hopefully. We did, we got quite a few. Of course, it's also, new beginnings are also new ends, because some of the kids graduate, or not graduate, but quit. Well, they get older and move on, and in the Eikaiwa business, the teaching English, our main students are children and elementary school kids. More and more they go to jukus, like cram schools. The English education isn't that good at jukus, but they specialise in passing tests, and seems to be that's what they do from the age of about 11 or 12 when they join junior high school. Is the obsession with passing tests. Got to pass tests. So it's hard to compete with juku on that. So one way we are competing on that is by doing crazy things like having study trips abroad, and in fact in the summer we're going to do a Shakespeare camp. We're going to spend a night in a nearby dormitory that you can rent out, and we're going to put on a Shakespeare play in one day. This is something that jukus don't do, cram schools don't do. Whether it's a very very accurate version of Shakespeare, I doubt it. I'm thinking maybe like a sort of a modern version of Macbeth or something like that. The kids that will be doing it are a little bit young for Romeo and Juliet. I mentioned it, and all the boys went, "Ooh, Romeo and Juliet, kissing." Ooh. So it'll have to be lots of fighting. Macbeth springs to mind. Lots of sword fights, and there's witches and stuff. I don't know, we'll see. I'll keep you up to date on that. What else am I up to? I started doing art classes, taking art classes, doing still life. Well, still waiting for the naked young lady to sit at the front and take her clothes off. I think we're not quite at that stage yet. We're using charcoal to draw a bust of Venus, and yeah, just trying to just work on the, what do they call it in Japanese, dessin, sketching, trying to get your proportions right, which is a basic skill obviously, and getting the shading, and doing that with charcoal is a lot of fun. And did you know to erase charcoal, the best thing you can use is shortbread, or basically bread. You whop it up and scrape it, and it gets rid of all the charcoal, all your mistakes. Right, what else? I think that's about it. I'm also, yeah, I've got lots of writing projects to do, but one of them I'm working on is for a friend who's written a novel, and it needs editing, and I'm just going through it now, and it's pretty good, but lots of corrections that need to be done. And I was just thinking, going through it, it's easy to spot somebody else's mistakes, whereas you can't see your own. So I don't know if that's anything very profound to finish this little video with, but there you go. Yeah, I don't really have any other news. It's busy and it's getting warmer here, and I don't know. That's about it.